The Chicago Bears training camp is officially underway, and with it comes a fresh wave of anticipation and excitement among fans and analysts alike. This is the moment when everything starts to take shape, when off-season promises and projections are put to the test in real time. There's a buzz around the team, and the most captivating storyline revolves around the developing relationship between the young quarterback, Caleb Williams, and the new head coach who doubles as the offensive coordinator and play caller, Ben Johnson. This duo represents the heartbeat of the offense, the fundamental axis around which the entire team's success revolves. How quickly and smoothly this partnership gels will likely dictate how well the Bears perform this season. It's not just about the plays drawn up on the chalkboard. It's about trust, communication, growth, and adapting to each other's rhythms. The expectation is that, even if there are some early stumbles, and there probably will be, the progress will be steady and clear over the course of training camp. Caleb Williams' growth is without question the #1 priority this off-season. Everything else pales in comparison because the quarterback is the linchpin of any successful NFL team, and when your head coach is also calling offensive plays, the stakes are even higher. Ben Johnson's offensive philosophy and play-calling style need to sync perfectly with Caleb's skill set and tendencies, and the quicker they establish this connection, the better. Watching Caleb evolve, becoming more confident, sharper, and more consistent in practice is what fans want to see. The early practices might be a bit rough around the edges. There will be some missed throws, some hesitation, some moments where the timing is off with his receivers, but by the end of camp, the hope is to have a clear sense that Caleb has leveled up, that he's ready to lead this offense into the regular season with a strong foundation. One of the key areas where Caleb must show improvement is getting the ball out faster. While the Bears have worked hard on improving their offensive line, which should grant Caleb more protection and time in the pocket, the quarterback's own ability to process quickly and release accurately is crucial. This won't turn Caleb into a quick-release passer like some of the league's fastest gunslingers, nor should it. His style is not about instant decisions every snap, but there is a balance to strike. Holding the ball too long increases the risk of sacks and turnovers, and cutting down that window, especially on certain plays, will make a big difference in how effective the offense can be. Another important aspect is deep ball accuracy. Last season, this was all over the place. Some passes floated off target. Others were mistimed or poorly thrown. The reasons range from footwork inconsistencies, timing mismatches with receivers, to simply errant throws. Caleb probably isn't going to transform into one of the league's elite deep ball throwers overnight, but there's a clear need for improvement here. Better timing, sharper mechanics, and a focus on giving his receivers a genuine opportunity to make plays will be essential. And interestingly, underthrowing a deep ball is often preferable to overthrowing it, especially when you have a receiver like Romain Dunney who excels at contested catches. Dunney's ability to win those battles in the air means that giving him a chance on the deep ball, even if slightly underthrown, can still result in a big play more often than not. Aggressiveness is another trait that Ben Johnson and the coaching staff want to see from Caleb. That means taking more calculated risks, trusting his receivers in tighter windows, and avoiding unnecessary sacks. Sacks not only stall drives, but they also sap momentum and can demoralize an offense. Ben Johnson has emphasized that in certain situations, an aggressive turnover might be less damaging than a sack because it's about keeping the offense explosive and dynamic. In today's NFL, generating those big, explosive plays is a core component of winning games. So Caleb's willingness to push the envelope a little more, within reason, will be something to watch closely as camp progresses. Beyond these technical points, there's also the intangible side of Caleb's development. His leadership, poise under pressure, and ability to handle the ups and downs of a long NFL season will be tested. While those qualities are harder to quantify in practice, they will manifest in how he responds to mistakes, how he motivates teammates, and how he executes in clutch moments during preseason and eventually regular season games. Switching gears, one of the most critical battles on the roster is unfolding right now. On the offensive line, specifically, the competition for the starting left tackle spot. This position is vital because it protects the blind side of the quarterback, arguably the most important job on the offensive line. The Bears have solidified the rest of their starting five with Joe Thuney at left guard, Drew Dalman at center, Jonah Jackson at right guard, and Darnell Wright at right tackle. Each of these players brings a level of reliability and skill that gives the coaching staff some peace of mind. However, the left tackle role remains up for grabs, and that uncertainty is a major storyline to follow throughout training camp. The candidates competing for the job include Braxton Jones, Ozzy Trapillo, and Clowney. There are some question marks hanging over Jones, particularly because of his recent ankle surgery. His health status is a focal point as the team evaluates whether he can return to full strength in time to compete, depending on how his recovery goes and if he can practice consistently without setbacks. He could either emerge as the starter or fall behind on the depth chart. Ozzy Trapillo and Clowney also bring their own skill sets and potential, making this competition even more intriguing. The coaching staff will be weighing not just raw ability, but also consistency, technique, and how well each player fits the offensive scheme under Ben Johnson. It's unlikely the Bears will consider moving Darnell Wright from his right tackle spot to left tackle, so the battle remains a straight fight among those three candidates. The importance of this competition cannot be overstated. A reliable left tackle can be the difference between a successful passing attack and one that struggles under pressure. This is one of the defining questions of the Bears' offensive line heading into the new season. Moving beyond the offensive line, the roster as a whole still has several areas where depth and performance need close monitoring. Positions like edge rusher and running back stand out as spots where the Bears might look to add contributors or see emerging players step up. There's ongoing uncertainty around these roles, whether due to injury risks, performance questions, or simply the natural churn of an NFL roster during training camp. Depth at safety and linebacker also remains a talking point, with some questions about backups and how ready they are to take on bigger roles if called upon. The interior offensive line backups are another area drawing attention, while the starters are largely set. The health and readiness of players like Ryan Bates is something the team will be watching closely. Bates, if healthy, could be a valuable swing player able to fill in at center or guard, but his injury history adds a layer of uncertainty. Luke Newman, a recent draft pick, has been working at center and guard and could be poised to contribute as a primary backup. But his transition from college to the pros is always a variable. There's also the possibility that the Bears bring in a veteran guard to provide insurance during the season if injuries or performance issues arise. Adding impact players at edge rusher or running back could be a game changer. While it's unlikely the Bears will land a superstar edge rusher to immediately replace their current starters, bringing in someone who can push for playing time and provide quality snaps would add depth and competition. Similarly, at running back, finding a complementary piece to pair with D'Andre Swift could open up new offensive possibilities. A back with a different skill set, maybe someone faster or more versatile, could create matchup problems for opposing defenses and help balance the offensive attack. Injuries are always a cloud hanging over training camp. For the Bears, to veterans to watch are Braxton Jones and Culliston Loveland. Both have undergone surgery. Jones on his ankle and Loveland on his shoulder, and their ability to return to full health in time to contribute is still uncertain. Their status will influence not just depth charts, but also the team's strategy in the early weeks of the season. Additionally, Jalen Johnson, currently on the non-football injury list, adds another layer of uncertainty, though his injury does not appear severe at this point. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy, drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The NFL rumor mill never sleeps, and the latest buzz coming out of Chicago is enough to stir excitement and speculation among Bears fans. According to whispers making their way through league insiders, JADEVEON Clowney could be gearing up to wear navy and orange for the 2025 season. That's right, the veteran edge rusher, known for his explosiveness and backfield disruption, may soon call Soldier Field home. While no official statement has been made by the Bears front office, reports suggest that the franchise is eager to bolster its pass rush, and Clowney is emerging as a prime candidate. The timing would make sense. After a solid 2020 campaign, Chicago's defense showed promise, but lacked consistency in applying pressure off the edge, with Matt Eberflus still pushing for a dominant defensive identity. Clowney's addition could be the missing piece to transform the unit into one of the league's most feared. Clowney, who rejuvenated his career with a strong stint in Cleveland and later a productive year in Baltimore, has shown that he still has plenty of gas left in the tank. At 32, he's not the same player who was drafted first overall in 2014, but his savvy, versatility, and locker room presence could bring both performance and leadership to a relatively young defensive line in Chicago. Still, nothing is confirmed. Some sources claim talks are ongoing, while others believe the Bears are simply exploring multiple options. But in a league where one marquee signing can tilt the balance, the idea of Clowney chasing down NFC North quarterbacks twice a year has fans and analysts alike buzzing. For now, it remains a possibility, but one that feels more plausible by the day. Stay tuned. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.